Well, welcome back to the Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Lauren Tepper. As you guys can see on my left, it's the golfer himself, the man that you'll find at the Diamond Hills Country Club any waking moment that the sun is shining and it's above 20, and he doesn't have anything else to do. That's Brock Johnson. He knows every crick and cranny that runs around the greens at Diamond City. He knows everything where the little holes and divots are out in the fairways. He knows where the trouble spots are, and he may even lead you down that path if you're playing him just to be competitive. Can't really blame him for that, though. You want to win, you do that. And on my right, the man who's been here before, who has made a legend in Lead Hill baseball. Back in the day when there was holes in the middle of the infield ground and he had all the home field ground ball bounces and he knew what to do. But he's given that up to coach softball. Wow, that's interesting. I'm just teasing though. Coach Marco, he come out of retirement. He's still doing the golf, and he's the athletic director out at Lead Hill. And you've got your protege this year, which is just one of many who you've have been able to do over the last few years and in the past at Lead Hill. Guys, welcome to the show. Brock, I'll mess with you because I've already started with you. How was the golf season?
It was good. I enjoyed the whole year, and I was happy with the teammates. We all played real well, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah. How many days a week you play?
Every day.
See, I told you I wasn't lying when I was saying that, was I?
No.
How's it been? I mean, you've played 4 years at Lead Hill and moved up every time. You know, you've enjoyed moving up to that number one spot.
Mm-hmm. Me and Wyatt and Nick, I remember we would always compete every day for that number one spot, and it was always Wyatt that came out on top, and now it feels good to be on top.
It is. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say anything, and I'm not going to name names, but I can say this: when the match was at Lead Hill or Diamond City, and Lead Hill was going to be there, Brock had an intimidation factor. Never even had to say a word, but there were people didn't want to be in that. Some accepted the challenge, say I want to play with him because I just want to see if I can live up to it. But there are some people who didn't want to be part of that. And Coach, was that some fun?
It always was. I was the guy that got to fill out the ticket. So that'd be one of those. I'd have coaches walk up and say, could you put my number one player in the 2 group?
Yeah.
And, we wanted Brock. He's the man right now. And we were happy to put the other ones in the 2nd group.
Yeah. There's a lot of good golfers in the area. And Bergman had some good golfers. And there's a lot of good quality guys. Brock's played. You have the advantage of living up in that neck of the woods, and you got the ability that the Diamond City Country Club, and we should give them a plug because they really try to do a good job with the high school golf. If you remember, obviously you play for free, but I know they try to help all the high schools and their players to do the right thing.
Yeah, the country club's really great. Joel Tabor and the rest of the staff does a great job of letting us go play. They let us walk, and we go pick up range balls. We do a lot of things to help to offset a few things that they have. And then the country club members are real good. Mr. Coop Ryder and other elderly gentlemen who are down there every day take Brock and some of the other players under their wings and take them out and give them a club or two and say, try this. And, I hate to say it's an unfair advantage, but we use the resources that we have.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
I mean, if it's in your backyard, you might as well utilize it.
Right. And like I say, the club and the members are so generous, and they're willing to give and help us out. And Brock's dad and granddad and his brother, they're out there helping all the time.
Yeah.
And that just helps kids in general. And we want kids and another sport where you can go and work and compete that you might be able to use later in life.
Golf
you can always play golf.
I would say that golf is one of them games like tennis where when you were in your high school days, it's just not over when you're high school, your senior year in the last game, and you have senior day or night or whatever. That it's just you're done. You don't get to play again. Golf is something you can carry on and transition and play. And no matter how bad of a day that you have, there always seems to be on the 18. You hit that great shot that brings you back. Brock, let's talk a little bit about your experience going down to play in the all classification golf tournament. How was that?
It was amazing. The golf course was top of the line. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I wish I could go back right now and play again.
Where'd you play at?
Pleasant Valley in
Pleasant,
Little Rock.
Little Rock. How many players were there?
27.
27. Pretty interesting. Anybody that you knew that you've seen that you played before in any other events outside of the high school?
No, I knew the 2 kids from state golf, and that was about it.
That was it. Who were you paired with?
Young man from Arkansas Baptist, a senior, and then we had a freshman in our group from Van Cove.
Oh, wow, Van Cove.
Yes. And so, like I said, all the 7 classifications were there. Brock went off the first one. This is a great story. I love it because I told Brock, I said, you're going to be first. And he said, well, first in my group. And I said, no, you're first. you're teeing off before anybody.
Yeah, everybody's going to watch you and stand around and watch you do that. Did the shotgun start or everybody tee off on number 1 like in a true professional type tournament?
Everybody teed off number 1.
Did they?
They
Brock Johnson from Lead Hill.
Oh, like they do with
Oh, yes.
Now, on the tee box, representing Lead Hill and Class 2A.
1A.
1A, excuse me. 1A. I thought they combined 1 and 2.
No, we're separate
Oh,
now.
separate.
This is the first year
First year.
for a separate one, which I wish we'd had several years ago because we'd be 3-time defending state champions. But
Now representing Class 1A from Lead Hill, Arkansas, senior Brock Johnson. Is that how they said it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty close. It was it was just like on TV. It was awesome. I loved it.
With the big Rolex time clock tick, 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 and it says tee off time is 8:05, and then 7 minutes later the next group. I'm just kidding with you. I mean, I'm just teasing.
It was like that.
Was it?
Yeah. And then he steps up there and just nails it.
Drill. Loves the pressure.
Yes. Yes, and that's one thing. Brock is, he's played baseball for me before, and I've seen him play basketball and golf with us, and Brock feeds on that.
Yeah,
that's when you find kids like that, you got something.
That's right. That's right. So tell me a little bit about going down there and playing. I mean, the experience was something else, wasn't it?
It was fun. It took us a while to find the golf course and the hotel.
Thank you.
But when we got out there, the course was amazing. I loved playing it, and the day of, I always remember this, on hole 16 when everybody was walking down, it looked like on TV, like the professionals, it looked like the caddies and the coaches. It just looked like a TV shot, and I always remember that.
Does it? Now, you played, it's kind of one of those rough deals because basketball season for non-football schools gets started. I know you were in a time crunch to try to get back to play a little bit. Did you get a practice round the day before?
Yes.
Did you? Now, were you down there playing in a group, or was that just something prearranged for you?
We were supposed to play in a group, but the kids didn't show up, so I played with myself. So.
Did you? Coach didn't play with you?
No, he was there. He drove the golf cart.
I know better to play with Brock. I was there for moral support.
Well, there's nothing wrong.
My shot would have just said, wow, what are you doing?
Yeah. Brock, you hit it, and you hit it 3 times, and he's standing there waiting. Are you coming anytime soon? I'd like to hit now.
That would be the truth of my game.
Mm-hmm. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Is it? Let's talk a little bit about your golf season a little bit. How did that go?
It was fun. I enjoyed it. We won a lot of matches, and we lost them, but everybody, every day, every match, they just enjoyed it. Nick and Evan and Tyler and Quentin, Caleb, they all always bragged about something, always trying to beat me, and they would always ask me what my score was, how'd you do, and I'd always have to tell them. They'd just get all excited before I told them, then their smiles would drop, and it was just fun. They all enjoyed it.
Especially on a day that they did well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about your golf season and what you got planned to come up for after graduation, because it's already November and graduation will be here before we know it. We'll be right back.